So you ordered this car from Ford and you told them the spec,
Yes.
the color, the trim package. This was your build basically via Ford.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. My last Mustang happened to be a base, a 300A model. I knew I wanted the digital dash and the 8-inch screen with Navi and all that stuff, and the B&O sound, so it actually sounds good. I don't have to change anything really. To add that to my other car would have actually ended up costing about as much as it would have for me to order it. So this is a 401A car. It's in eruption green metallic. It's non-performance pack. No active exhaust because I already had exhaust for it. I didn't want to order it. So when it came in, I bought it home, put the wheels on it that I had at that time. Then of course that was not enough because it was sitting monster truck. And then I put my suspension on it, which I have stance coilovers on here. One of my good friends is one of the owners of Toge Factory, who creates stance and Reinhardt suspension. So
good friends to have.
Right.
You want to have some good friends.
Right. So I've met them when I lived in Chicago, so they are good friends, and it's really simple. He had a Mustang with the same suspension on it, and he tells me what to tweak here and there to make it work.
Gives you a little guidance, a little advice.
Exactly. This is a super big help. He did a lot of track racing with this car, and he still does track racing with his other cars he has now. So I can get a lot of input, and it helps me out getting a good handling vehicle.
So how long have you owned this car to date?
This car to date, I'm actually at about a year and a half since owning this car. Definitely when I have this, it's easy to go to a car show, go to a meet, or just enjoy a good, highway rip, or go out on a drive. It's not as, well, I shouldn't say it's not as fast because most of my friends have really, really fast cars. So, but eventually I hope to get there. I hope to at least make 700 with this, with the blower. So that's kind of the ultimate goal, is keep warranty. So everything I do now is kind of prelude to that. Try and set the car up so that I'll be able to handle that and stop and drive in corners.
That's a very wise build.
Well, yeah, that's what I try and do. I think that wisdom has come with age. In this case, if you asked me that 15 years ago, I probably would have been like, just put the blower on it and send it, right?
Just get more power, right?
Call it a day. But as I've gotten older, and I got a kid and everything else, so I want to make sure I do everything right so that maybe I can keep this long enough and he can have it at some point. So maybe, but he's got to learn how to drive first. So, but yeah, that's the whole point of this, is just a build that I can maintain and keep. I do a lot of the work myself. I think there's only been one or two shops that have actually touched this car other than me. Me and my friends, we normally put on, my buddy has a lift named Ted. We normally work on it, do whatever it is. So, I mean, this car has a lot on it. And it's not noticeable from the outside. Everyone looks at it, they're like, oh, it's wheels and a drop. But it really, there's quite a bit. If somebody really looks, like, even now that I have smaller tires on here, I used to have bigger tires on the rear.
You can see the brakes, you can start to see some of the other details.
Right. They're all there, and it's all kind of coming together. So I think I'm kind of at the point where it's time for the blower and maybe a hood to get some ventilation for heat. But yeah, so I can just give a quick rundown. So,
all right.
To my knowledge, from what I remember, because my memory is not as good as it used to be.
Okay.
I'm an old man. So I have stance coilovers on here. They're all set up with him. Actually, I just went to Chicago. I had them adjust them and rebuild the rears for me.
Okay.
I have white line rear sway bar, white line rear adjustable end links, white line. I was sponsored by White Line, if you couldn't tell. Oh. So I still kind of am, but vertical links in the back from White Line. The fronts are adjustable from stance with the sway bar end links. Mm-hmm. I also have Steeda rear traction braces, and then the White Line inserts on the subframe in the back from White Line. The front, we have, what did I have in the front? I have the K-brace from Steeda. I also have the spherical control arms from a Performance Pack Mustang, which doesn't sound like much, but it's a difference. I have the
not the stock piece. It's important,
right? It's an upgrade, right? So we have that, and we have the Performance Pack Brimbos on the front with 6-piston. I have Hawk rotors, Petters carbon Kevlar pads on here. Like brake fluid was changed when I changed all that and painted all the calipers to match body color. They are dead on match for it. I painted them myself. Slapped the vinyl stickers in and clear coated them in. They are the fluid is Castrol SRF fluid. That's a higher boiling point, of course, for brakes. Man, so much. AFE intake. No tune intake because I just tune it when I get a blower.
Oh,
all day,
okay.
Right. Speeda strut bar on top with color match to everything else that's bronze on the car.
I saw that.
You'll see it in the video, I'm sure. The rear wing actually is a change out. That is the Ford Performance GT 500
I
rear
thought
wing.
that's what that was.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. And I just added the gurney flap back to it and just left it.
It looks super clean.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It really pops really well.
Yeah.
It's good.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying for. That's my flashy points, right? So
Yeah, no, it works. It works.
So between that, I have Downstar beauty washers on the back for the gurney flap. There's a few of them throughout the car here and there. More visual mods, you'd have Scott Drake side skirts, MP Concepts front lip, old style. It actually says Mustang in it before they got sued
I saw that.
Right?
Details. It's the details.
Right, exactly. So the rear side spats are Scott Drake, and then I have a Versus diffuser, functional diffuser underneath the rear that actually works. And of course, lighting. I have Dial Dynamics turn signals that actually are switchback. They are sequential also, and they do a little dance when we start the car up. So I have those. I have Dial Dynamic rear sides, side markers, Dial Dynamic lights in here, and yeah, just random tweaks. I have, carbon fiber add-on pieces in the car. They're not legit carbon fiber, but they're overlays. So
okay. Well,
I did that.
they're pretty.
Yeah, they look good and they work enough for what I want. Is my main thing is that when I have the sun coming through, the silver that was on there will glare.
All right, well, that's quite a list. I really appreciate you telling us all about it. Everyone's going to learn about the car, and we've definitely got some shots of it. So
Yes, definitely did. Yeah, learn about it. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm supposed to plug my Instagram. It's Silky50, Silky_50H.
we will throw it on the screen so everyone knows how to spell it correctly.
Right.
And that's it for the shoot. We're done. We appreciate so much that he came out. We had a still photographer. I think we knocked it out. Pretty good day. We got some good locations.
Yeah, definitely fun. The locations were really, really cool. So I'm excited to see what comes out. So
all right.
Can't wait.